Growing up, I did not think that I would have the opportunity to go to college. Being from a low income family, I didn't have the finances to fund college. So I figured that that wasn't something that I would be able to do. The way I looked at it was if you go into a store and you see your favorite candy, like my favorite candy is a Kit Kat, and if you don't have the money for it, you can't buy it. So I didn't have the money for an education. I figured I wouldn't be able to buy that and I wouldn't be able to have it. Summer of my junior year, I was a rising junior, so it was the summer after my sophomore year in high school. And my friend's mom reached out to me and she was like, "Hey, I know of this program called Delaware College Scholars." And I'm like, "What is that?" And she told me about it. It's basically a program where you stay at St. Andrew's campus for 3 weeks in Middletown and you do college tours, SAT and ACT prep, and practice essay writing and English composition skills. To me, it sounded like school. I just got out of school. I don't want to be in school again for another 3 weeks. So I was like, no way, Jose, I'm not going. And my mom forced me to go. She made me fill out the application. She made me apply anyway. And I got accepted. And I was like, fine, I'll go. So I went and we started doing college tours, and I didn't even know you could tour a college for free. We went on dozens of college tours that summer. I met so many other students just like myself who didn't think that they would be able to go to college. And once I started speaking to other college students, for example, our advisors are current college students. They were freshmen and sophomores in college, and they served as mentors for us in the program. And once I was able to talk to them and see what their experience is like, it became more and more real to me. So once I landed in DCS, that's kind of where my mindset began to change and I started feeling more comfortable with college. Specifically, Delaware College Scholars prepared me for college because my biggest fear was being away from home and not being in my own bed and being in my own house. But when I moved in and I found out I was going to have a roommate, it made it a little bit more comfortable. My roommate was also from the same area as me, and she also had the same fear, so we were kind of able to stick with one another and get through the experience together. So that was the first thing, being away from home. The second thing is I thought that I didn't have the capabilities to do college level work. And within the Delaware College Scholars curriculum, we were reading essays, we were practicing college level writing, like doing rhetoric and essay writing and analyzing poems and things like that, things that I never really did very much in high school. So practicing those skills and getting better with those skills, I felt more competent. Also, the SATs were a really big fear of mine, but with doing SAT and ACT preps weekly, we had a big giant workbook and we just worked through it every day, worked through different problems, worked through different scenarios, and we would take a little quiz at the end of each class. And through DCS, I watched my quiz score increase each time I took it, and I became more confident in my ability to take a standardized test. So with that being said, it helped me to get over those fears that I had about my own competence with the college process. Aside navigating FAFSA, which is it's really not that hard, but FAFSA it looks so intimidating. You have to put a lot of information. A lot of people, such as my family, we're very private about our finances. So having to put your finances on this application, it was something that was bizarre to my family. You don't disclose your finances. That's very private. You don't want everyone in your business, but that was the first step, kind of breaking away from that. So that's one part that was really difficult, getting past the FAFSA, navigating that, and understanding that it's for the better. The second thing was leaving home. In my family, we kind of just fit like a puzzle. Everything, we all depend on one another. So when you have one piece of the puzzle leaving, it's almost as if you're leaving your family hanging. At least that's how I felt. I took care of my brother. My mom worked a lot. So my mom depended on me to make sure my brother got to school. I had a car, so I drove him to school each day because she had to work early in the morning. Or my sister and her baby, which is my nephew, me babysitting him and things like that while she worked. I felt like I was kind of leaving them hanging by moving about 200-300 miles away to college and being there for the next 4 years. It was really hard for me to accept that they're going to have to figure things out without me. My career plans. So currently I'm majoring in speech pathology and audiology with a minor in special education. With that, I hope to work for a school district. I do have an interest in working with small children with disabilities. Through my experience teaching swim lessons at the YMCA for 4 years, I found a love for teaching students with disabilities. So I feel like it's really important that we heal and we integrate our disabled community into our school systems. So with that being said, I really want to work with students with hearing and speech issues because it's important that we rehabilitate them so that when they become older, they can function well in society. I just want students to know that even though it may seem cloudy, it may seem murky, you have to take that step and invest in your future. No one wants to spend thousands of dollars on an education, but as long as you exhaust all your resources and do your very best, you can truly get through it. A lot of people's major concerns are finances. And there are scholarships, there's academic common market, there are academic scholarships, there are grants, there's so many different things out here to help you. You just have to exhaust every resource and you'll be able to achieve a college education. Don't let money be the reason why you hold yourself back from your dreams. A lot of people there are plenty of famous people, plenty of well-educated people that took that jump and they're extremely successful and it was all worth it. So I just want students to just know that they need to make that investment in their future. And sometimes when you're in your most uncomfortable state, that's the best place for growth and change in your life. For students who are currently in high school, I just want these students to work hard and do the best that they can because your academics can truly get you through. There are a lot of high achieving and deserving students of these scholarships and these opportunities, and my academics were my key to success. Working hard in school, being focused, scoring well on exams and tests, that helped me to get through. So I just want students to stay focused in high school and take it seriously because that could determine where you can go with your future. So that's all I have.